What's up, everybody? This is Dominic here to talk about today's General Hospital episode. Today's episode was good, but it wasn't as better as it wasn't as great as yesterday's episode. Um, Let me get right into it. It was actually good, and also was also a continuation of yesterday's episode. We just added a couple more people in it. Like we had to deal with Connie today. Apparently, I don't know what that was that um Connie had Johnny to sign today. I had the slightest idea what that was. Um, but she had him sign something. And anyway, we had Connie go. Connie went to Crimson to go see Todd. Basically, get her job back. And Todd gave her a job back because I think it was something that somebody wrote. It was only it was Connie or Johnny that wrote on the letter that said, "Do what she says, or I'll go to the cops and tell them what you did to you know who." We're talking about this. We know we're talking about this whole Sam thing and whatnot. This whole Sam baby switch thing. Which I'm kind of glad they haven't really bought that up too much. In the last couple of weeks, they haven't really bought that up. I'm actually kind of glad about that. But anyway, but yeah, so Connie gave Todd gave Connie a job back. Star was pissed off about because Star went earlier. Star went and seen Todd and to make sure Todd didn't tell Carly about AJ being alive, and AJ basically said I didn't, not AJ. Todd basically told her I didn't say anything, but he had a feeling that Carly knows. But he didn't. If Carly finds out, she didn't hear it from me. But anyway, enough about that storyline. It was good to see Todd today. Every time Todd's on screen, he cracks me up. But anyway, let's see. Then we got that scene with in the Quartermaine mansion when Tracy was basically had that damn excuse me had that damn rolling stick and was basically bash Alice's head open with it. Alice picked up that I don't know what those things are called that you put out a fire with that you could basically put out a fire with, but they were basically like they were sword fighting with it and whatnot. Those scenes there, I love those crazy Quartermaines. I love those Quartermaines. They the Quartermaines bring more funny to them, make the show more funny. But anyway, that was funny today. And I have a feeling that Tracy has had Alice and Monica arrested for basically I guess attempted kidnapping of her. But anyway, those scenes were funny. That was hilarious to me. The thing was at first of today's episode when Sonny knocked out Milo, I know good and well he didn't hit him that hard. He knocked out. He had a big gash on his lip. I know he did not hit him that hard. You can't tell me he hit him that hard, cause when he hit him, it didn't even look like he was that hard. Seriously. Hold on. I thought somebody was coming at my house. I thought had somebody knocking on the door. But anyway, yeah, those things were funny today. That was kind of funny today. Him punching him and Trey, cause Milo finally told Sonny about Connie coming on to him, and Sonny was saying, I understand it wasn't Kate, it was Connie and whatnot, and then Trey comes up and said, no, it was my fault that she got off. So apparently nobody's gonna try to get her committed ever again because they failed at it twice. So I guess Sonny's gonna have to try to woo Kate back or whatnot. I guess he's gonna try to woo her back. But anyway, I personally think Sonny should just move on. Hell, get with somebody else. That's what I say. All them women in Port Charles, get with one of them. Try to get Brenda to come back to town. That's all I gotta say. But anyway, meanwhile, while Sonny's talking to Trey, Carly busted in and says, tell Sonny we have to talk. And she flat out tells him AJ's alive. Sonny don't want to believe it at first. And then she said, no, I saw him standing in the Quartermaine mansion. And Sonny's basically saying he's gonna do whatever he in his power to basically turn Michael away from AJ. I know that for a fact. He's gonna try to do whatever he does to turn him away from him. To keep Michael away from AJ. I want Sonny and Carly to realize this. Michael's a grown ass man. Ain't he like 20, 21? Was supposed to be like 20 or 21. He's a grown ass man. He has the right to do whatever he wants. If Michael wants to be wants to get to know his biological father, by all means, hell. Dante also kind of pissed me off today too when he basically was saying what makes this. When AJ said what makes me and my relationship with my son your business. He's basically because he's my family too. He's my brother. And AJ had all right to ask Anna and ask Dante, don't you guys have a record on Sonny? After all he's done, don't you guys? After all he's done, don't you have a record on him? Because in my opinion, I think Sonny's worse than AJ. Worse than AJ, seriously. I'm saying, but AJ probably had. I think he has a good point by saying that. Dante and all the other police, they've covered all of Sonny's stuff up. They shoved his file basically to make it look like he hadn't done anything. But that's just, I mean, like I said, today Dante kind of pissed me off too, because, but that's just me. I like the character Dante, but he kind of pissed me off today. But I just wish everybody just quit putting AJ out to be this bad guy, because all what AJ's going through, in a way, my opinion says, in my opinion, Connie drove him to it. Not Connie, Carly drove him to it, and that's just my opinion on that. I think, excuse me, Carly drove AJ to do everything he's done, in my opinion. Carly, now I know she didn't put a gun in his head and tell him to do all this stuff, but her manipulating him and thinking and making him think that, basically drugging him, making him think that he drank, that he is falling off the wagon. All that started. This started from all that. In my opinion, it started from all that. Because we all know Carly used to be a hoe back in the day. Well, a whore back in the day. I'm not gonna say hoe. A whore back in the day. And she still kind of is in a way. She still kind of is. Because I see why Jax went all the way to Australia to get away from Carly. I see why he did that. Why he went all the way to Australia to get away from her. Hey, I would have done some shit like that too. Went all the way to Australia just to get away from her. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about that. But yeah, tomorrow's episode, like, it's gonna be great. AJ and Sonny are gonna face off. AJ's gonna be sitting in this cell, and him and Sonny are gonna face off. I read a spoiler that AJ's gonna get off on bail. Everybody gets off on bail nowadays. He's gonna get out on bail. But I know it's gonna be a court case coming up, and I have a feeling Diane's gonna be his attorney. I have a good feeling he's gonna ask Diane to be his attorney, because during today's episode, Michael was asking him to call Alexis. He was like, "You seriously want me to call Alexis Davis after I also kidnapped her daughter?" But it seems like Michael is trying to help him out. It seems like in a way, I don't like that. Michael is trying to help him out. I hope Michael just turns on Sonny and Carly, and I have a feeling it's gonna come. Cause he seems like he's already kind of turned on Carly, but I hope he turns on her and Sonny, cause in my opinion, they ain't no worse than AJ. In my opinion, I also have a feeling Michael's gonna turn on all of them. And there's a weird spoiler going around that's saying him and Star are gonna have sex and she's gonna get pregnant. There's a rumor going out about that. I don't know how true that is. Take that with a grain of salt. But anyway, but that's all I got for today's episode. Let me know what you guys think about today's GH episode. Leave me a comment below. Thank you guys for watching this video. I'll be back for tomorrow's GH video. Let me know what you guys think. This is Dominic checking out. Peace, God bless, and I'm out.